Hi guys, welcome to this Ligue 1 squad builder with a 10k budget in mind from FIFA Extra. I'm going to go through each player one by one, give you a quick look at their stats and guidance on what kind of price you can expect to pay on the FUT market today. All prices are based on PS3, but that'll be fairly similar to the Xbox prices as well. So we'll start off straight away in goal with Sirigu from PSG. Definitely the best goalkeeper in this league. 86 diving, 87 reflexes, 85 positioning. Not the best handling. Kicking is probably the most least important stat anyway. In fact, for this, his sort of weakest stat. So Sirigu is a great keeper, actually, sort of on a worldwide level to consider having in your team. And the fact that it's cheap and the only option means he's straight in here in this squad at 1,100 coins. Next up at right back is Fanny. What you want from any right back, really: great pace, not the best defensive skills, not the greatest heading skills, but really it's all about the pace. He's not the best right back in the world, and in comparison with other leagues in the budget squads, he's probably the weakest right back there is. Probably because there's no real other options in the right back area. So he's just a good option at 500 coins. Something Liga 1 does have good strength in is centre backs. Marquinhos at PSG sort of falls under the category of cheap, fast defenders, really. 78 pace, 78 defending, which is fairly solid for any player in this kind of price range. Not the best heading, it's actually quite weak for a centre back, but his pace is the main thing that makes up for it. You can get him for about 600 coins. Next up is Nakulu. It's been popular in squads over the last couple of years in Liga 1. Normally, well, in premium squads at least, he's normally accompanied with Thiago Silva, but he's a bit out of this price range. But great pace at 77, good defending. Again, not the best header of the ball, but again, the important stat here is pace. You can get Nakulu for about 800 coins. Next up, Bedamo, left back for Lyon. Just a bit like Fanny, really. He's not the best budget left back out there. Just has decent pace. Not bad defending. All his other stats are quite average, really. Just he makes the squad mainly for lack of pace elsewhere in other left backs in this league. So yeah, it's Bellomo for me. There are other options, but they're not the quickest. Like Maxwell is the left back for PSG, but I'd prefer pace over sort of overall technical skill for my fullbacks. You can get Bellomo for about 500 coins. Next up, another PSG player, Matuidi. Had a real good season last year, and sort of so far I think he's been playing alright this year from what I've sort of heard from articles and from results. Decent pace to get around the pitch. Is a bit like sort of the engine, I guess, in PSG's field, a runner, if you will. Gets about the pitch well, has good stamina. Not the best passer for a midfielder, but 77 is still good. But for a CDM, it's that defensive stat that you want to look out for, and Matuidi definitely provides with 83, so a real good bargain here at 1,000 coins. Next up, another absolute bargain for the kind of player you're getting. Martinho for Monaco this year, one of the best players in the league, actually. I think good pace, just a real well-rounded centre midfielder. Good pace, good shooting, obviously good passing and dribbling as well. What you'd really expect from a class centre midfielder, and decent defender stats, actually. Sort of from box, for that box-to-box midfielder. So yeah, just a good all-around package here, and really an easy choice. And he'll cost you again 1,000 coins. Next up, Valbuena for Marseille. Um, he offers you something different to what the other centre midfielders do. Sort of the player that can burst out of midfield, has ounces of pace, accompanied with good dribbling and good passing. Really, he's actually probably one of the best non-rares on the game, I think. He's a real nice player, good shooting as well. So you can pick him up for 1,000 coins as well, and that's an absolute bargain for the quality of player you're getting. Next up, in that sort of right mid, right wing position, the option of Payet. Not the fastest winger in the world, but has really good dribbling stats and again really good shooting and passing stats. You don't normally get wingers that are accompanied with technical stats like this. There's probably better right wingers in other leagues, but this league is quite weak, so he is really one of the only options, and I consider him easily the best option here. So you can get Payet for about 500 coins. Next up is one of the sort of best budget players in this squad actually, Menez. Cheap probably because he's in this league. Other players of this quality are maybe a little bit more. But he's got great pace, great dribbling stats. Not the most technical of strikers, only 74 shooting, but it's really the pace stat here that you're looking for, because not many leagues, sort of, especially the weaker leagues, don't have that many quick strikers. So it's nice that this league has one good budget quick striker in Menez. So you can get Menez for about 900 coins. Next up, Ayew for Marseille. Again, the pace mainly, 82, and sort of a lack of other options. He's almost like a copy of Payet on the other wing. Sort of good technical passing stats, a little bit weaker in the shooting, but really good heading as well. Actually, 84. It's a sneaky one there. So for you crosses out there, Ayew's a good man to put in your squad. You can get him for about 800 coins. Next up, the other goalkeeping option. Instead of Serigu, Mandanda it is a good option again, but he's really, well, he's probably one of the most consistently well-rounded goalkeepers out there, which at the same time is one of his real downfalls. Because that kicking stat is increased, his overall stat is 83, so the other stats, he's not got any 85s, 86s like in the reflexes or positioning or something like that. He's not really good at anything. He's just well-rounded. So, but another decent option at 900 coins. In the right back sort of reserve area, you've got Mariano, a lot faster than Fanny, but just a lot weaker in general. He's quite a small guy. Defensive stats are pretty bad. Heading stats are even worse. So I'm not a massive fan of him just because he's a little bit lightweight. But he was very popular last year in squads as well. I think he's had a bit of a downgrade this season. But he's just another option at 700 coins. Next, Mavubu. Really, if you want to play two central defensive midfielders, then this is sort of the next guy in line for that. Really, not the best pace, not amazing at getting around the pitch, but sort of his big stat here is in his defence and his strength. That's what he's good at, defending basically. Obviously for a central defensive midfielder, and you can get him for about 500 coins. Cabela is another option for Cam, a bit like Valbuena really. He's a player that will drive out that midfield, on that counter attack, good dribbling, good pace. So if you're playing a 4-2-3-1, here's a guy to consider putting on the wing maybe. And just one of them hidden gems really of the Ligue 1 for these budget teams. A real nice player that you don't think of you're sort of browsing through the market. So Cabela's just another good option at 500 coins. Pastor would sort of probably get in my normal team. He's probably not a bad centre midfielder actually, I'd rather people use him there if they need anything, because his stats just supplement a central midfielder and not a winger. I wouldn't personally touch a winger with anything less than 75 pace. That's all you're looking for in a winger: good pace, good dribbling, and decent technical stats. But this guy is an out-and-out centre midfielder. So if you can afford the chemistry here and want him in your squad, then put him there. Don't use him on the wing. But I just thought I'd add him to the reserve list because he is a good player and he is one of the better players in this league. So, but here's another option for 800 coins. Another option on the left wing is Petropa. Great pace. Yeah, offers the sort of opposite of Pastor really. It's just that I prefer AU all around. I think AU's got sort of just better all around stats, but Petropa has just better pace really, good dribbling, but his technical stats aren't as good. And you can get him for about 800 coins. Then moving on to the next striker option, Gomez. Just a good target man really. He used to be really quick on the older FIFAs, but has sort of gone to that target man role now. Good heading, good shooting. Not, by all means not one of the strongest strikers on the game, but in this league, minus your Ibrahimovic's and your Cavani's, then this guy's up there. So, if you're playing top, Gomez it is at 800 coins. Now I want to move on to some players that aren't budget players, but really the budget squad that I've looked at already is really the best you're going to get, apart from like half a dozen players who are just either obtainable, they're not too much expensive like Lucas is, or they're the other scale where you've got Ibrahimovic and Thiago Silva, who will cost 100 grand or 700,000 like Ibrahimovic does. So yeah, these guys are sort of the next step up really, because the budget squad is almost the best squad in this league, just minus sort of half a dozen players. But yeah, when you're looking to improve, Lucas is sort of one of the next options to upgrade, one of the only options really to upgrade. His stats really speak for himself. Good pace, good, accompanied by great dribbling, and then good technical stats to back that up as well. So he's really dangerous, and as you'd expect, because he's such a good player, he is worth about 12,000 coins. But here's the next step up to improving this squad. Same again with Cavani. He is the next step up, just behind Ibrahimovic and Thiago Silva, who are just outside of this price range. A good all-round striker, good pace, not the quickest, but still good enough to be a threat. Good, magnificent shooting for any striker at 84. Good dribbling and good heading. He is your all-around package. He is a magnificent striker at 87 overall. One of the sort of top 30 players on the game. So, and because of his league, that actually makes him quicker. Like the equivalent kind of player in the Premier League would probably cost you 100, 200,000 coins. But Cavani, because he's in this league, is only worth 12,000 coins. So he again offers you a great player for the next step up. That concludes the squad. Hope you've enjoyed the squad builder, guys, and hope that's helpful for anyone looking to sort of build a Liga 1 squad. It's a real nice squad to start off with actually, because it is so cheap really, way sort of below 10,000 coins to start off with. So it gives you sort of a sort of Premier team, looking at the Premier League, that kind of quality of squad from the outset. So yeah, good luck with building the squad, guys. Be sure to check out any other videos if you're thinking of different leagues or different budgets on the FIFA Extra channel. And yeah, good luck and thanks for watching.